I have to learn this all. I mean, this riff was made at the spot. I have to learn it first, okay? Okay, it's actually been a while since I play guitar. I've been playing a lot of drums lately, let's just say that, so it feels a little bit weird. Sounds good, man. That's what's up. What's up, everyone? Welcome to FAQ 165. As I told you guys, I've been practicing drums. And if you want to see the progress of me practicing drums, head over to my second channel. I'll link it right here. That's where I upload the progress. And it's going very slow, unfortunately. But it's a lot of fun, and it will keep me going for sure. It's a lot of fun. Let's just say that. So go to my second channel, you can watch me play a song or two. And I'm also planning on making like an Ola Learns song on drums. We'll just have to see how that works out. But today is an FAQ day. How about that? I think it's been more than a month since the last FAQ. The last FAQ was in the old office. Now it's finally time. It's finally time for a new office FAQ. Let's go. Oh, I need this, I think. We have the first question from Petr Slani. Fuck. Hi Ola, beginner's question. How do you play power chords? Do you prefer 2 or 3 strings power chords? Do you use your ring finger and pinky or just pinky to bar 2 strings? Is there any difference when you stand or sit? Thank you, love your album. Thank you so much. All right, with a power chord, I guess you're talking about like a root and fifth. So. I remember when I started playing guitar, I was using my ring finger a lot more, so. And then, if you had a broader power chord, you would add the octave as well, so. With a little pinky right there. So, this is how I, learned how to play Nirvana, like. I used to play that for a long time, and then I saw that John Petrucci was playing his power chord with the pinky. I don't know why, but I switched. And that's what I'm doing today. If I'm playing with the Haunted live, standing up, sitting down, doesn't matter. I use my pinky. But if I add the octave to this, I definitely use the ring finger for the fifth, okay? So when I'm just riffing out, root and fifth, I use the pinky. When I have root fifth and the octave, I use the ring finger as well. So, I mean, if you're using the ring finger and the pinky for the octave, it's very close to getting a major chord. Just by barring this one right here. So you're basically forming a chord, it's just that you remove the bar. And I don't know. And same thing when you go like this, it's very close to go. So I guess it all depends on the application and what's happening afterwards. But if it's just like straight up riffing, it's just the pointing finger and my pinky. Damn, guitar playing is a lot of fun, let's just say that. Kind of forgot. Claude Entre Claudier. Question for the next FAQ. I recently listened to a lot of the Strength in Numbers album. I feel that around the Strength in Numbers track, number 5, there's a shift between styles of songs and vibes. Did Jensen and you write the songs together, or you both brought your tracks separately and put them together? Am I in the left field? Okay. Let me bring out the album, because I'm not entirely sure which song is becoming for that. I mean, before Strength in Numbers, we have Preachers of Death, which is my song. And Strength in Numbers is also my song. It's mine and Jonah's song. And then we have Titan News, which is Jensen's song. So I don't want to play too much, because I know Century Media will block my video. And seriously, labels. Let me just go through real quick. Fill the Darkness with Black and Brute Force, those are both mine songs. Spark is mine and Jonah's song. Preachers of Death is my song. Strength in Numbers is mine and Jonah's song. Tighten the Noose is Jensen's song. This Is the End is Jensen's songs. The Fall is me and Jonas. Means to an End is me and Jonas, and Monuments is mine. Around here somewhere, yes, there's definitely a shift in style and vibes, but I mean, that's also what's awesome with an album. You're supposed to kind of switch up and down in vibes and feeling and emotions in between the songs. In my opinion, that's what creates a good vibe for a full album. To have a bunch of songs, that's good, but it's almost even more important to put the songs in the right order to create a great album, and that's incredibly hard. Let's just say that. And you know, I spend a lot of time thinking about the you know, where to place a song on an album. It's definitely challenging, but if you get it right, it's usually, you know, pretty good. All right, Guitar Hoarder. Hi all, I hope all is well. I'm setting up a new home studio soon, and I'm heavily inspired by your lighting in your studio office. Can you please do a rundown of the ceiling lights and all the LED lights around the room? Thanks. Yes, let's do it, buddy. That's what's so good about having a lot of cameras. One there, one there. I can just show you, you know. And first of all, like the main lights that I have are these aperture lights that I have. I have one here. Do you see that? I turned it off and everything became very, very black. I have this side light, or that just gives me a little bit of a contrast over here. It just helps my head to get some sort of an edge a little bit. Look at this. This is without that light, and now with. Huh? I mean, it's a little bright, actually. Let's just turn it out. It's just supposed to be a little bit for effect. Okay, check this out. Huh? It just adds a little bit to the atmosphere. Let's just say that. Have you noticed how much I'm saying, let's just say that? Let's just say that, okay? Other than that, I also have the ceiling lights, which are the ones that I have brought from my old office, which I can set colors to. I have them in purple right now. Not sure if you can see them in any shot. You can probably see them over there. I can shut that off. It's not really doing that much to it's doing more for the walls and whatnot, and just gives it a little bit of a vibe. And then I have hue lights. So right here I have spots. Check this out. I can turn them off. Look at that. They're off. And I also have spots over here, so they, you know, they lighten my desk. Look at this. Ah. And over there I have, you know, spotlights on these guitars, and I have these, that LED strip over there. So it just creates a cool mood. So it's definitely like a mixture between a lot of things to create this nice vibe in here. But, you know, I really love experimenting with lights, and it can really set the mood in a good way. And I'm currently really liking this right now. I'm getting good vibes in here and a lot of inspiration, so that's good. Guitarmageddon. Fuck, hey Ola, I've been using a Pod Go for a couple months now, and it's really great for the price. I agree, but I found the noise gates to be lacking, though that could just be me not setting them up properly. What noise gate do you use or recommend for fast, tight mel and gent riffs? Immediately as I'm reading this, I told myself to bring out a couple noise gates just before starting to record this, but I didn't. How about that? Great job, Ola. But I have a couple of go-to noise gates that I use. I mean, the Boss noise suppressor is just, it just works, man. And it's widely available, and there's a bunch of used ones out there. It's a working pedal, let's just say that. It's been out for a lot of years. It's a good testament of a good noise gate pedal. Now, there are new alternatives that work really, really well for metal, in my opinion. Those are like the Fortin Sul Plus. That's a really good one. There's also the you know, the cock blocker from Glenn. I think those are the ones that I go to. I mainly put a Fortin Sul when I'm using demos and stuff like that. That's what I use. I can key the input to work in the loop, and that gives an even tighter loop on and off. So yes, the Fortin Sul is definitely like my first choice when it comes to noise gates. But the cock blocker is also good. The Boss noise suppressor also works, and sometimes you need two. Because of all the gain. Good. Rod Reyes. Ola, have you ever had a change of heart with any amplifiers? For example, you loved an amp before, but not now, or vice versa. I recently went through this when I fell out of love with my Mark V and sold it. Yes, this happens all the time. That, you know, some days, you know, you hear me talk about how awesome the dual rectifier is, and, you know, how I swear by it. It was my first amplifier that I had. It's just like, I will never stop loving dual rectifiers, but some days, man, it just sounds like shit. Let's just say that. How many times have I said, let's just say that? Well, let's just say that. But I usually remedy this by changing out the speaker cabinet or just switching to another cabinet, because I mean the cabinet is almost 80% of the perception of an amplifier. I mean, it all comes down to the cabinet, in my opinion. I'm thinking about amplifiers that I didn't like back in the day. I was probably not a fan of the JCM 800 back in the day, but now when I have one and play, mine sounds absolutely disgusting, the one that I have. It's over there. Can you see it? It's over there. Oh, little dog. Hello. I'm just communicating with my dog. Hello. Are you okay? Boop, 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 boop. Tired, oh, you're tired. Oh, Hazen. My little dog. My little dog. Oh, Baxter, my little dog. I love you, Baxter. I love you. So yeah, it definitely goes up and down in regards of amplifiers, man. It goes almost day by day. Sometimes I don't like my dual rectifiers, and sometimes, they're unbeatable. Favorite guitar amplifiers right now, my JP2C, John Petrucci, is a good contestant, as well as the Badlander. I'm really a fan of that one right now. But I haven't played too many amps in a while. Maybe it's time for a new test. Let's just say that, okay? Me and let's just say that, man. Vaclav Slovak. Hi Ola, thanks for your content. You are my favorite subscribed YouTuber since maybe your very beginnings, Feared SE. Even my wife gave me you t-shirt. My question is, what was your worst decision in the YouTube career? Thanks, keep the shit going. That's actually a great question. The worst decision I ever made as a YouTuber, which, I mean, it's probably a bad decision as a YouTuber, but not a bad decision as a human being in person, was when I joined The Haunted back in 2013. And I kind of stopped with the YouTube videos or the YouTube video making. I was doing, I was writing songs and I was being in the band and I was touring with 6 Feet Under too. It was quite active back then, and because The Haunted came back, we had a lot of gigs. So I was just really living the moment with The Haunted and being on a tour. And I just spent less attention to the YouTube channel. For my YouTube career, that was a mistake, obviously. But for myself, it was probably needed. And I got to be a rock star for a little second. It's not something I regret, but I remember seeing that all the other YouTubers were kind of growing, surpass me, the ones that started at the same time. So I was like, oh, okay, let's just start making YouTube videos again. I was aiming a little bit too much maybe to become a rock star, and I remember I was saying, like, I don't want to be remembered as being the YouTuber. I wanted to be remembered for my music and whatnot, and today I just don't give a shit, really. As long as I'm having fun, that's what's important. And playing with The Haunted and doing YouTube videos, I mean, both are fun for me to do. And just to counter this question, because you're asking for the worst, I'm going to talk about my best decisions. And I think the best decisions I made is when I got my new office and was able to separate the work from my private life. Because before, obviously, a lot of you guys have been following me since I was working from home, and doing in my small little room in our apartment or a condo. And it was getting really hard to separate work and private life, let's just say that, with having one of my rooms in my office where I live. So getting the office space was absolutely the best decision I've ever made for my career, because it gives a distinct disconnect between when I work and when I get home and when I'm with my kids, for instance. So that's absolutely the best decision I've ever taken, and I should have done it sooner, in my opinion. But there you go. That's a great question. Hope you got a good answer. Spoon, fuck you, Ola. Do you have a plan about your beard, like shaving it or making it long? What kind of style do you prefer? That's a great question. Sometimes you might think that I have a plan for my beard, but the thing is that when it becomes too long and too much to manage, that's where I usually, shave it off and make it shorter, because I just don't want to deal with all that shit, man. When you have to take care of yourself, that's when it becomes a problem for me, because I don't. So, the beard goes all the way over here or over here and just all over the place. I'd rather just have something that's easy or easily managed. Let's just say that. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Joe Jacobs, fuck Ola. Do cabs really make a big difference to your sound? I'm thinking about getting an orange PPC 2x12 C 120 watt too close back to put under my PV Invective head. I'm trying to get something with a lot of range without losing out on high gain shenanigans. Absolutely, it makes all the difference. And the biggest difference is going from like a 1x12 to a 2x12 to a 4x12. I mean, that's the absolute biggest difference right there. You're gonna just continue upgrade your sound. If you go from 1x12 to a 2x12, that's a huge upgrade. A 2x12 can get you very, very far. But if you want to have even more and even more bass to be moved, get a 4x12. So yes, it definitely matters. And I think if you're upgrading to a close 2x12 orange one, it's going to be great. You're going to get a lot of new low end that you didn't have with like a 1x12. There's a lot of differences in between the different cabinets, obviously, and you can hear that. Like if you check out the impulse responses or what, oh, I get to plug my impulse responses now. Did you know I have impulse responses for sale on my site? No? Okay, well, go there. There's a couple of really good ones. But you can listen to the differences between the different cabinets there. Obviously, it's also because of the microphone positioning and all that, but it definitely matters a lot. And some cabinets can sound really, really good in one room and sound absolute horseshit in another room. That's the beauty about the cabinets right there. There's just different applications for different type of cabinets. So absolutely, they make all the difference. Jonathan Don Chad, can you do a whole video about your dog? Well, I wish I could, but I know there are dog haters out there, man. Did you know about this? People hating dogs. There's some people out there, just saying. So no, I won't do a full segment or full video about my dog on this channel. Maybe on Ola Englund channel number 2. How about that? No, okay, great. And that was actually the last question. Guys, thank you so much. I had a pretty good time. To be honest, I'm still kind of trying to get back into making videos again since we moved to this new office. I love being here, but I just haven't gotten into a good routine for making videos. Even now, just sitting in front of the camera, it feels a little unfamiliar. You know, it doesn't feel natural anymore. I have to get back into where it feels a little bit more natural for me to speak to the camera like this. I don't know what happened, but I think it's just been, I just haven't been doing enough videos lately, so I'm kind of falling off a little bit. But I'm getting back into it, guys. I'm trying really, really hard. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please post them in the comment section of this video, and I'll see you next time, okay? Thank you for watching. Goodbye.